What's up, folks? It's your boy Levelhead back with another video. And I just want to give credit and praise where both are due. We're fastly approaching 2 months with the Switch. And I think Nintendo deserves credit and deserves to be appreciated, to be praised for what they have managed to do with the Switch. I mean, it's really not amazing, but it is incredible to see how they have bounced back from the tragedy that was the Wii U, while maintaining their identity, while maintaining their uniqueness, not selling out, not doing and going against what they formula has been for the most part. I mean, they've done some nuances. They've done some things that is different from what they normally do, but they definitely haven't just joined the bandwagon with power and all that. They're still uniquely doing their own thing, and while doing that, they have managed to really be successful in one of the most non-traditional, against the grain lunches we've ever seen. I mean, to launch out of the normal time frame, to launch a system, to move to March, to isolate yourself, to not show up at E3 with the system, to everything that they have done that seemed to not make any sense to a lot of pundits. Nintendo has managed to be successful with the Switch, way more so than many critics, pundits, onlookers thought they would be. And as a fan of Nintendo and remembering the experience with the Wii U, remembering the droughts, remembering the feeling we all had that, man, this thing is neglected, and to see where and how Nintendo has functioned and operated with the Switch, they deserve to be commended. That's what I'm saying. Here we got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe coming out this Friday. After that, we have a few games coming out in May. I think Street Fighters and some other games are going to drop in the eShop. And then after that, we got ARMS in June. And then after that, Splatoon in July. I mean, I think about the first, 4 or 5 months with the Wii U. Man, the turnaround, they deserve to be commended. Their advertising, they seem to be all in with the Switch, and I know it wasn't all bad with the Wii U. Well, with the Wii U it was, but at the time Nintendo wasn't. People forget about the 3DS and what the 3DS was doing, and that's a part of Nintendo's success record as well, because the 3DS is very successful, but a lot of folks tend to overlook that. Well, a lot of pundits tend to overlook that when they talk about Nintendo. They tend to want to only isolate the failures or the shortcomings of Nintendo. With the Wii U was a major shortcoming, right? But the handheld division has been successful all the way through. So it wasn't like Nintendo was in doomsday, but at the same time, to see where they was with the Wii U and all the criticism and all the disappointment that followed that platform, and being the home console and what a lot of folks tend to focus in on, to see what they have done and how they have corrected and righted the ship, it's pretty amazing. And to do it in a time frame that goes against the grain, to release in March to skip out on E3. Didn't even show the system at E3. So you missed that whole, and you skip out on the holidays. And you let E3 be all about Zelda. And then we look at what Zelda Breath of the Wild is doing now. Makes us like, man, did they strategize all this? Did they know this was going to happen? Was this what they were expecting to happen? Or is this just all the things falling and lining up, as the planets just lining up for Nintendo with the Switch? I don't know. It seems like they had to have some type of strategy to just going to E3 with Breath of the Wild and looking at what Breath of the Wild did at E3. I remember bringing this up and folks was like, that don't mean nothing. Those lines don't mean nothing. I'm like, bruh, look, this is the only game that was there and it stole the show at E3. And now you look at what's going on with Breath of the Wild and sales, it matched the interest that was shown for Breath of the Wild at E3. Was that of course it was a successful move because it panned out. Zelda is selling, actually there's more Switch Zelda copies sold than actual Switches sold. Or Switch devices, so more people have bought more Zelda games for the Switch than actual Switch devices sold. So that means this game is selling at a higher rate. It's selling 1-to-1 with the Switch and higher. It's amazing. I mean, and Nintendo just doing their thing right now. Now, don't get me wrong. You got to, like when Sony did their thing and still doing their thing with the PlayStation 4. I don't know how the Pro is doing, but the PlayStation 4 is still Sony deserves praise for their accolades and all the things they're doing with that system. But I'm just saying, for these first, and this is almost 2 months now, it'll be 2 months in a few days. I think Nintendo deserves a lot of credit. They deserve our appreciation. They deserve that round of applause. Let's honor them. That's how I feel. I mean, look, this has been a pretty cool 2 months. I ain't fatigued on Zelda yet, but I am about to beat it. And just as I'm about to beat it, here is a game that's gonna draw me in again, and it's gonna be a game that I can actually really bring my family in, and we all can have fun on this game. So, and then when that get fatigued, then we're gonna be looking at ARMS, and before ARMS even get fatigued, we're gonna be looking at Splatoon 2, and I don't even know what's going to happen after that, because then E3 is here, and I don't even know how Nintendo is going to approach E3, and that might be one of the topics for the Live and Level Gamers podcast. If Nintendo is going back to the main stage, how should that look? How should they approach that? I think we might talk about that. But anyway, that's all I had to say, man. Clap my hands, Nintendo. You're doing your thing, man, and keep it up. Seem like you got your ducks in order. Seem like you got your plan in motion, and you following through. And I don't care what angle you want to look at it from. I don't care if you rock with them or not. You got to look at that and say, man, I got to give it up to Nintendo. They doing their thing right now. And that's how I feel. The Switch is a great device. I'm enjoying it. It's perfect. It's a perfect device for gaming. I ain't going to say it's the best, but it meets all the needs. And Nintendo is clever to make it appealing to both of their markets. Like I said, right in here, we only want to focus on the failure of the Wii U as if that's the only device Nintendo had out in the marketplace. The 3DS was there, and they have a healthy following. They have a healthy fan base, and Nintendo cleverly positioned the Switch to be appealing to both of its markets, the handheld and home console. It's genius, and it's like, dude, either way it go, if one of these audiences is going to be enticed to buy the Switch, which both of them are, and it's proving itself out, and they deserve. Anyway, man, that's all I got to say. This is your boy Levelhead about to sign out. I had to do it. I didn't do my month. I didn't do the whole month thing because everybody was doing the whole month thing. But I'm I'm doing it now. I gotta give them. I gotta clap my hands to Nintendo. I gotta salute y'all. Y'all doing y'all thing right now. And as a consumer of your products and a consumer of your devices, I had to say y'all doing your thing, and I appreciate it, man. As a fan of Nintendo and a gamer, I appreciate Nintendo, what they did, how they write it, and how they correct and fixed their situation, and it's working, bruh. And I'm proud, and I'm looking forward to what they're going to do in the future. It's just making me more and more excited for what Nintendo has planned for this device and their consumers and their fan base. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Went 2 more minutes than I wanted to. Deuces, folks.